At first glance, being courteous and friendly with people you do not know and attracting health, wealth, and favor in life might seem completely unrelated, especially while navigating life abroad in 2025. But in reality, these two concepts are deeply connected. Both are essential for living a balanced, happy life where we can fulfill our potential no matter where we are. In this video, I'm sharing 3 principles and the incredible benefits they bring to your life. So if you're like me and want to live a happy, meaningful life, thrive wherever you choose to live, and genuinely connect with others, then this video is made for you. If you're new here, my name is AngieMarie and I help others thrive by sharing my journey of living across continents and the lessons I've learned to create the life I love. And now I want to help you do the same. So let's dive in. Number 1, you first. Understand this, no matter where in the world you choose to live, the common denominator is you. You're taking you with you wherever you go. And so you need to take care of you first and deal with you. Now, this principle is difficult for some of us. Growing up in our schools back home, I was taught yourself comes last and others first. However, as time went on and we got to understand more about life and the importance of self-care, I came to realize that it's important, very important, to take care of me. Even the airlines do this. If you are taking an infant, for example, you need to strap yourself in first and then deal with the infant. If you need to put on the mask for an emergency situation on an aircraft, you need to put your mask on first before you can assist anyone else. So you are very important first. If this is your first time checking out my channel, welcome. And if you are a return subscriber, I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. So I'm praying that there are some things that I'll share in this video that's going to really help you, especially during these difficult times. I believe we're going through challenging times for just about everyone. I'm going to share some information with you about a major car accident that I was involved in where I sustained some serious injuries. And I'm sharing the story because there are so many lessons that are relevant to what I wish to share with you today about the secret weapons that you have that will help you survive and thrive anywhere you choose. So here's my story. So it was a warm, I'd say hot, summer day on a Saturday in Kingston, Jamaica, where we were heading out of town, heading from Kingston to the western side of the island, St. James, beyond Montego Bay, to pick up our 3 daughters who were pretty young. My life started pretty early, got married young, had my 3 daughters young. By the time I was in my mid-20s, I had already had my 3 daughters, management positions at work, qualified, went straight from a bachelor's to a master's and heading further to a PhD, doing doctoral studies. It was a life that was filled with activity. But anyway, this Saturday afternoon, early afternoon, we were heading out of town. And as we were on the highway, there was a big truck, tractor-trailer truck, that refused to stop at its intersection. Bottom line was there was a collision. The truck hit directly in my side. Up to this day, I remember everything, the impact, the sound, the screeching sound, how I felt, my thoughts, what I said in my heart, when I said, God, please do not take me at this time. My children are all under the age of 7 years old, 3, 5, and 6, about to turn 7 in a few months. My mom, I had made promises to her, my sisters, my family, my friends at church, my students. Guys, all of these things were running through my mind. I said, oh my gosh, no, not now, God, please. I did make this promise to God. I said, if you save my life, I will never complain again. I'll be joyful and positive and I will help other people. So today, when I meet people and I smile and there are people who criticize and say, oh, when people smile so much, they're fake. Child, you don't know my story. If you've been on a hospital bed, when you never experienced a hospital before, when the only time you'd been in a hospital was to deliver children, you go in and you spend a day or 2 there and you deliver your babies and you go home with your babies. But now you're in a hospital with broken bones, where the doctor tells you you're going to have to lie on your back. You can't turn on the left, on the right, or on your stomach. for months, when you find yourself on crutches and unable to put your right leg down for almost 2 years, and life goes on because you're healthy otherwise, your mind is healthy, your body is healthy, but some bones are broken. Let me tell you something. You're going to be positive. One of the lessons I learned later is that all of the challenges I faced before moving abroad were preparation for what was to come. So all of these challenges laid the foundation to give me the correct attitude about warmth, gratitude, being courteous, and attracting goodness, mercy, and all of that in my life. The challenges I faced prepared me for all of this that was to come later. And I want to say to you, if you're going through challenges right now, just keep going. It's all part of the preparation. You're developing your weaponry. You're developing your artillery so that you'll be able to fight and stay well and stay strong regardless of where you decide to live. When you're able to see the positives behind all the challenges that you face, it makes such a big difference. Thank goodness I got some help from one, strangers, two, from God Himself. Now, do you think I'm going to have a problem smiling with a stranger? No. Strangers pulled me through the window. Strangers took me in their car. Strangers took me to the hospital. The medical teams that helped me were strangers. They were unknown to me before. So I have no problem being warm and courteous with strangers. So let me tell you a little more of my exciting story, because for me it's exciting. I look back and I'm like, this is so funny. I look back and I said, this is so funny that this happened, but it's a true story, guys. It really happened. So I was in a private room, in a private hospital, being treated. There was a television set on the wall there in my room, and I lie there quietly listening to what the doctor said. Girl, you can't do much. I used to read books. I loved reading. I prayed. I had visitors, constant flow of visitors, and I was happy to see people. But guess what? The visiting hours were only like an hour to a day, whatever. But so most of the rest of the day, we had people attending to us. But I remember those attendees, aides and porters, and people who brought you your food, and the nurses, the girls would come in there and be like, why you don't turn on the TV? I said, oh, okay. Because I was not really a TV kind of person. I was always busy at work doing something, whether working or part-time, also lecturing, teaching, marking students' papers, coming up with strategies of how I'm going to teach them, how I'm going to help them. So I'm not thinking about TV. But anyway, these women would come in and they say, turn on your TV. Guys, don't tell anyone. Would you believe that this was the first time I found out about Days of Our Lives, the soap operas? Believe me, before that, I'd never watched Days of Our Lives or General Hospital, The Young and the Restless, The Bold and the Beautiful. The way these people live their lives, I'm like, oh, really? Is this for real? But these nurses, these aides would come in the room and turn the TV on for me. They're like, come on, turn on the TV. And they really got me interested, because this was a way now to be watching a series and you're wondering, oh, what next? What did Bruce do next? And what did this one say? And how did it end? And the saga would continue. So would come in and they would serve and we engaged with each other. I smiled with them. That hospital became like a second home for me. Of course, you better make it home because you're spending a lot of time there, right? They would come in, sometimes I'm sleeping, or they would peep in at me to make sure I'm okay. They decided this woman must not die. This woman must get the best of care, partly because she's warm, she's kind to us, she smiles with us. So we're gonna take care of her. I've been in hospitals where I've seen patients being nasty and yelling at the people who are attending to them. And I've said to myself, oh my gosh, how does that person do that? Do they know that they're under the care of someone who pretty much their life kind of hang in the balance in these people's hands? So if your life lies in the hands of someone, why are you yelling at them? Come on. So, but anyway, I was not trying to be strategic. I was not trying to be strategic when I smiled. Remember, I had got made a promise to God that I'd be grateful. And the other thing is, I was truly grateful. I remember the day when the hospital approved for my children to walk in to see us, little kids. I wanted to cry so much, but guess what? I was overwhelmed with joy that I got a chance to see them again. So, gratitude for life will make you do this. When you're grateful for life, it will make you warm. It does something different to you when you're grateful for life and for people and for the people that God gives you in your life. So, when those three little girls walked in that day and they looked worried, they looked nervous because they saw both parents lying on the beds at first, incapacitated. I don't know what was going through their minds. They pretty much don't remember now, but it was intense. And they got their hugs and their encouragement, and life went on. As I said, number one is you first. Take care of you, guys. Take care of you, my loves. While I was in that hospital, let me tell you some of the things I had. Always had next to my bed. I would have my books. Including my notebook and a pen, right? I loved reading. I had my comb and my brush and my hair oils, my lipstick or lip gloss, my powder. Me first. I had my mirror. How I feel on the inside made a difference to how I'm going to be able to give to others. So when those nurses came in to see me, they saw radiance. They saw someone whose hair was done. One leg was broken, but my hands were intact. My heart, my body, my shoulder, the rest of me, I could move my hands and fix my hair even when I lay flat on the bed. Yes. I wanted to present to them and myself a whole person. And when I looked in the mirror, I wanted to still see me, to still see Angie. And that's what I want to encourage you to do, guys. Don't give in to distress and depression where you don't take care of you and you wrap yourself up under your sheets and you say, woe is me, things are not going good. It will pass. It's just for a season. But first and foremost, you will have you with you always. So take care of you. Take care of your health, your rest, what you eat, what you think, what you put in your mind and your body. Take care of you first. And then number two, others, your personal impact on people. And here's the thing, you never know who you may meet. Right now I'm working in customer service. As I meet people, I don't know who I'm meeting. All I know is I'm just engaging, I'm being me, smiling, welcoming people, understanding that people already have enough problems out there and I do not need to be another problem. Okay? I remember shortly after starting this job, a colleague said to me, Angie, that gentleman that you just dealt with, do you know that he's a judge? I said, no. I said, no. I said, no. I had no idea that I was dealing with a judge. Now, I can't remember now what I said to him, but like I do with everyone, I smile and I just say what comes to my mind. It might be probably something they're wearing or the person next to them. I'm like, that looks like your sister. You look alike or something. To open up with them and have them feel comfortable with me. Two other examples I could share with you guys. After this, again, usually this happens after the customer leaves. Someone said to me, do you know that that gentleman was Michael Jackson's personal assistant? And I said, no way. I had no idea. When I saw the gentleman, I saw a human being like myself and I just had fun. Hey, are you behaving yourself, sir? All right, well, Listen, I'm not telling you that you should say this to people, right? Because look, we're all individuals. We all have different levels of experience. And some of the things that I can say and do, I can say and do it and get away with it. But some people might not be able to say, do, and get away with the same thing. So I'm not telling you to do that, but I'm just sharing with you the heart, right? Look at the heart behind it. Because someone, if I were in my 20s, I would not say something like that to a grown person. So let's use wisdom. But I'm just telling you how free I am with people. And I'd say, are you behaving yourself? Because I felt I could say that to them. A lot of times, if I say that to a man, whether the man is white, Mexican, Asian, black, whatever, most of the times they say no. A few times they might say, oh, always, I always behave. And then I'd be, yeah, right, okay. Another example is this beautiful lady of color. And I said, man, you're so beautiful. We had a conversation. She did her thing. Maybe she thought I knew her. I did not. I'm new to the state, to the city. Afterward, a colleague said, do you know that lady? I said, no. They said, do you know she's one of the main popular broadcaster, a news anchor, a broadcaster in one of the TV stations in the city? I said, no way. I had no idea. And the truth is, if I see that lady again, I might not even remember that it's the same person, because what I see is beyond who is standing in front of me. It's beyond the physical features. It's beyond that. So a smile costs us nothing, okay? Let's be more generous with our smiles. The impact we have on others, let's make it positive. The truth is, it comes right back to us. I've been able to build and do stuff with people, partly because of having a genuine care for them, appreciating them, reaching out to them, being warm and courteous to them. And a lot of times, all the promotions and the amazing career opportunities and the travel opportunities that I've had have been largely with the help of other people. When I went to the Ukraine, there were people in the Ukraine who set everything up to allow for me to go there to speak to the group of graduates. When I went to Ghana, there were people there who welcomed me in their homes and welcomed me to the country so that I could get the experience. Everywhere I've been have been a result of the people that I've met. And so I give thanks to God for people, for human beings. People component is important. I can't say that enough. That's number 2. Number 3, the third principle is stronger relationships that leads to open doors, greater opportunities. Strengthening our relationships provides stronger networks so that it can help us to thrive. So if you want to live in any other country, if you want to live somewhere apart from your homeland, there's no other way to do it than to cultivate strong networks with other people. But how are you going to have stronger relationships with people if you're not warm, courteous, kind, genuine, gentle, and understanding of these people and their needs? It leads to improved mental and emotional well-being, less stress and anxiety. So we've come to the end of this video, my loves, and here's it. The secret weapons that you have that you could take with you anywhere. Remember this, first of all, you have to take care of yourself, take care of you. When you do that, you're in a better position to connect with other people because you're able to present your best you to the world, to others, and you're confident, you're happy. You're able to be warm and welcoming. And then you have the opportunity to select people you want in your closer network, the community with which you're going to engage, the community that will bring out the best for you where you can be your best, a community that is mutually beneficial. So that's the network. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell so you can be alerted each time we post new content. Thank you so much. I pray that what I've shared with you today has been helpful. I want to thank you for spending the time with me. I'm so grateful for you, my loves. This is AngieMarie. Thank you so much. See you soon and enjoy the rest of your day.